Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to another episode of Peace of Mind Sports Podcast, Week 15. Marley.
You know
What's
what's
up,
good, my
brother?
brother.
A little under the weather today. That time of
Yeah.
year, the snow is brewing outside. It's cold, football weather, and we are feeling it. Not gonna lie.
It's a snowy day in Pittsburgh, PA. We got like 5 inches, and it's snowing even more. We're supposed to get like another inch or so today.
Yep. But
Nice.
we are here because we still have football and playoff implications we are getting into, man. So.
Oh yeah, we're getting to the nitty gritty. Oh yeah, a few more games left of the season to go. Most of the time now, it's the schedule's putting out the division rivals, so it's all nitty gritty football. The 4 o'clock slate looking pretty good today. The 1 o'clock's looking a little meh.
Yeah, we got some games here and there in between. Of course, we'll get to all of them and discuss them. But we'll start with there's no buys this week. 5 weeks are wrapped up for the season.
About time.
4 games ago, right? It better be. So, some teams are prepping for the off season already.
People are gonna get fired soon. You're gonna see some moves. Couple weeks here, if some of these teams keep dropping, like I don't know, like so. Do you think that you think the Titans get rid of their coach?
So they did actually. Towards the beginning of the season, they fired Callahan. They had the intern coach come in. Yeah. So now they're looking at.
So who do you think? Like, so are they shopping or are they going to go internally? Because that brings up a lot of questions right now. Because
yeah, go ahead, Marley. Go ahead. You finish your take. Go ahead.
There's talk about Tomlin possibly leaving Pittsburgh, which he should be under contract for another year, so he can't go anywhere. And he has a clause where he can't get fired. Mm-hmm. Like there's like something in his clause where he can't just get let go or traded or anything like that.
Like mutually part ways, right? It would have to be mutual.
So if he doesn't leave this year, it's like, are they shopping internally or are they going to look for the outside? And if they look for the outside, there's not a whole lot of options out there. So do they stay with the guy that's running them into the ground currently or what? And then there's a lot of 1 or 2 win teams out there right now. Like, what about the Saints? Do they get rid of their coach? Do the Dolphins, they're making one heck of a turnaround. Did they just save McDaniels' job?
Right.
We play them Monday night, so we'll see how that goes. But either team come out 7-7.
Let's go back to the Titans real quick. So they draft a quarterback. They fired coach. I forget his. I'm sorry. Is Brian Callahan? Yeah, they fired Coach Callahan. He came over from the Bengals coordinator to make him the coach. They fired him like just a few weeks into the season, so like he barely got a chance to have a full year developing with the kid. So you got a rookie quarterback, right? If they were to bring in a new organization and they're going to be like, well, we didn't draft this kid. Like, I'm sure like he's got potential and everything, but like we kind of want our own guys in here. I think what the Titans should do, honestly, is they should just promote within. I don't know exactly who that would be. I don't mean like any disrespect. I'm not saying that like the Titans don't have a guy within. I just can't think of who that would be that they could bring, that they could, promote to head coach. That would be, a good candidate for them. They're going to kick the tires on a couple coaches around the league. They have to, the Rooney rule and everything, but there's a good chance that would be a team that they could promote within. The Saints are in a position where, I think that they're going to be another team that's going to probably come out and draft another quarterback. They took the Tyler Shuck kid and I believe in like the 3rd round. I don't think that kid is a starter in the league, but again, he's only played like the 1 year. Like you can't really it's a small sample size. And plus their coach, he's in his first year too. I believe Kellen Moore, the old Eagles coordinator. So maybe you run that back another season. And then there's just some other teams that you were saying, like, I think the AFC North as a whole is going to be very interesting after this season. Like what's going to happen with like Coach Taylor, Coach Harbaugh. We discussed all that last week. The Raiders are going to need probably the Pete Carroll. He's cooked.
Are they going to keep him?
I don't know. I think that some of these coaches, they're just bridge coaches until they like try to find the guy. But like, if you're gonna get rid of your coach, you better make sure that you have the guy to replace him. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say. Because
yeah.
culture, coaching, and all that plays a big factor in it. You know, you look at the teams like the Colts kind of stuck it out, and they turned out to be pretty good. They seem to be a player or two away from last season, and it proved that this year. The Cowboys, they try to make, they made a coaching change, brought in Schottenheimer, and he's doing okay, but I think he was a downgrade from McCarthy, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean they're doing okay, but they're not doing great. They're still in the hunt, I guess. But
then you have a team. You have teams like they were talking about this on my local radio too. Teams like the Jaguars, they got the hot coordinator, that Liam Cohen dude. He's coming out firing this year. The Jags are 9-4. Vrabel and the Patriots turn that 2-3 win team around. They're 11-2, number 1 seed in the AFC.
Did the Cardinals keep their coach?
The Gannon kid, the Gannon guy, he's another name that's on the hot seat too. Honestly, I think that team could probably use a retread. Kyler Murray somehow survived that.
I don't know.
As long as he's
I don't
played.
think he survives the next one.
Yeah, I think he's done.
He can't stay healthy.
So a lot of questions. That's a good point. I'll tell you right now, the Giants would be one of the hottest jobs. Giants.
Yeah, I mean, that's a complete rebuild over there.
Yeah, yeah. But, they got a good foundation going. The Jackson Dart kid seems kind of promising. It sounds like he might have some injury problems. He's got
his head's a couple times wrong. He's Tua.
Yeah,
2.0.
Yeah, maybe. So,
but if he can quit running like that, if they can coach him to slide, he might be okay. Which is what he should have been doing instead of lowering his head.
Right.
You ain't a running back, kid. You got a quarterback's helmet on. Not good. Big story, Pizzle.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers coming back after 5 seasons on the couch with the kids. My man's coming back to the Indianapolis Colts to make another run. If he throws for 1,000-some yards, he'll take over Ben's position as number 6 on the all-time passing list. He's currently at number 7.
He could throw 1,000 yards in 4 games. That's like.
I was kind of worried. I'm like, damn it, he's going to probably overtake Ben now. Yeah. And he's seen Matthew Stafford coming after him and said, "Oh no, you don't."
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's like 250 a game.
Yeah, he can do it.
Maybe
he can definitely do it. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be interesting today. They play the Seahawks.
I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued, bro. He's now the oldest starting quarterback in the league, over 40. He's what, like 46? Something like that.
And 44. And it reset his Hall of Fame clock, too. He's not eligible for the Hall of Fame now until 2031.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this will give him the old. Is he a Hall of Fame quarterback, bro?
His stats are there. He's like Dan Marino. Like he's right there, but he never got the one. But he's like right there.
I mean, at least Marino went. Didn't he go? Marino played in the Super Bowl at least.
Well, that's because Phillip Rivers kept running into the Colts and the Patriots and Yins. Every year that team was right in it.
Speaking of Yins, so me and the lady are sitting here this morning, and I'm going through. That was last night. I'm scrolling through Facebook Reels, and a lot of my algorithm will pop up like old Steeler plays, and
yeah.
I scroll up on a video, and it's Santonio Holmes running a kickoff or running it was either I think it was a kickoff or a punt return back for a touchdown. I was at that game. I started losing. I was like, babe, I was at the game. She's like, were you at the game? I was like, yes. But yeah, that was old Phillip Rivers in the snow in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
They were up 7-0 until we that was in the first quarter. I think that was right after they scored. We returned the kickoff. Yeah. Let's go, baby.
I love watching that. Twitter's great for like you're just scrolling and you just see a random video of like maybe like a game that you were at or like something that like jogs your memory back, and it's
Yep.
some good
Oh, I
stuff.
was here during this. I was watching this game with this person. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happens. They're in Seattle, so we'll get to our pick when the game comes up. But
Yep.
you think he could still get it, man?
I think he could still throw it. It's a matter of like, dude, you're in Seattle against the 12th man. That defense is underrated. Very good team. I could see them running the ball a lot.
I,
What I would
yeah,
do if I was Seattle, I'm stacking the box and I'm making him beat him. If they beat him, so be it. But you're not gonna you can't let Jonathan Taylor run wild, which is very hard to do anyway.
yeah, they're not just gonna let him come out the gate and just get after it. Oh, can Philip Rivers stake a
I'm so
claim into his
intrigued.
NFL career and keep the Colts on the playoff run? And wow, imagine, bro. Imagine what he was thinking whenever his phone rang, talking about, "Hey, you want to come back?" Like, I wonder if that crossed his mind when he's seeing old Lieutenant Dan go down.
Poor Indiana Jones got demoted to Lieutenant Dan.
That's so funny, bro.
I feel
Did you
so
say that
bad.
they call him that
I
now?
feel so
That's
bad.
so messed up. I watched him hurt. I watched him get hurt too. That sucked.
Yeah,
Total
yeah,
non-contact.
you send the DM and I'm like, yeah, that's it. Damn it.
That's toast. Yeah, he laid once he grabbed the bottom of his foot. I was like, oh, Achilles, he's done for the season. Why? That's such a common injury now, man.
Yeah, it's
What's
interesting,
going
isn't it?
on with quarterbacks and getting their popping their Achilles all of a sudden? Is this
I have a few theories, probably none safe for the podcast, but you know,
you're probably going where I'm going, huh?
we'll save that for off the show. So,
I
I
want to
mean,
get back.
honestly, I think it comes down to like players are moving a lot faster now. Like, so you could build your muscle, you can't build your tendons. So
Yeah, that's what I had to watch when I was in the gym. You know, you had to watch because I'm older, so my tendons are a little more brittle than
that's
my muscles
probably
are. So,
that's probably the more realistic answer.
yeah, but you know, if somebody does
A
anybody know
little
anybody
spunky.
random that's popped their Achilles lately, not doing shit,
That would be
non-athletic?
that's the real answer.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any non-athletic people out there that have done a certain thing over the years? If you all know what we mean, that has popped their
All right,
Achilles.
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Thanks for sharing it. No, I'm glad you brought that up though, because it's very common now and it's scary, dude. You never know.
Super common, man.
Never know.
Super. That's like the fourth quarterback in how many years?
Oh, it happened to Rogers a couple seasons ago too.
Rodgers, Cousins. Who else? You got Rodgers, Cousins, Daniel Jones. Who else popped their Achilles?
More
There's
than that, I know
somebody
that.
else. What's up?
There's been more than that. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head.
Too many. That's for damn sure. Yeah. And they're really
Marley,
not doing a whole lot.
get into so last week I went 6-7. I had a bad week, brother.
Yeah, we both did, dude.
No, you picked up a couple games on me. So I went 6-7. You went 8-5.
Not bad.
So current standings, you gain a few games. You're at 119-75.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm at 124-70. So, then 5 games now.
Not bad. Not bad.
You won your lock of the week last week with the Texans, so you improved to 6-8, and I fall after taking the Eagles. Fucking Eagles, man. 11-3, 11-3 on the season on locks of the week.
Told you they weren't gonna win, bro. Told you that Texans defense wasn't gonna have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's crazy what we went head to head on the lock of the week.
No. I took the Eagles against the Chargers. You took the Texans against the Chiefs. And we bet the Texans. Yeah, they won, but there was another team. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute too. We lost all. We didn't even hit one bet last week, by the way. We bet the Eagles and there was another team that we bet. The Texans and gosh, I don't even remember. There was another team we picked that they were underdog and it lost.
I can't remember.
I'm looking back to you. Not Commanders.
Smoke last week, though. Terrible week.
Yeah, none of our. So we did that. We did that round robin with the touchdowns, and we hit like 1 out of 5 when we needed 3 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bad week.
Yeah, that's fucking. I told you Watson from the Packers. I knew it.
Dude, he's so like you got to stay away from that dude, man. Like he's so hit or miss. Like he ended up, he got 2. He ended up getting scoring 2.
I know.
Eric said it too. He DM me. He goes, "Hey, made of glass scored." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. I know. Thanks for telling me." Marley said it too. But we went with dubs.
Right. We went with Big Head. He didn't do shit.
Bloody big head. Yeah, like Bo Melton had a touchdown.
Right? Who are you, dude?
That's like it's so hard to bet on those Packers receivers because like that's exactly what happens. You bet Dubs or you bet Watson and Wick scores. You bet Watson and Dubs scores. Dubes, whatever. Fuck. Max, how do you pronounce his name?
Dobbs.
Dobbs. Yeah.
Romeo Dobbs.
All right, Marley, let's get into the games. I have the playoff machine up. So we're going to watch as we make our picks, we'll do different scenarios. The last 4 weeks of the season, we'll watch the current playoff picture change with each of our picks to kind of show like what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get right to it, Marley. Start with my game. Fox, not national broadcast. The majority broadcast, we're getting I don't remember exactly who we're getting for this game, but 1 o'clock game. My 3-10 Browns on the road in Chicago in the frozen tundra of the Windy City, taking on the 9-4 Chicago Bears. Marley. Well,
what do you think, Pizzle?
I'm excited to see the young players on the Browns continue to get better. They are pretty much leading in every category on the team. I think, all the draft picks aside of, I'll put the quarterbacks in one pool because they drafted 2. All the players, all the rookie players are making an impact.
Yeah.
Judkins, he played well. They keep putting him in these positions for these 2-point conversion plays that are costing them wins, but the Fannin kid, Harold Fannin, he's up there. He leads the team in receptions, yards, and I believe touchdowns now.
Yeah,
he's a future star in the NFL. And it just the list keeps going on. I think all the rookies are playing impressive. It's what's keeping pretty much all the fans still watching this team. But I seen that you shared the injury report, and it does not surprise me. It's just that time of the year where like we as Browns fans start to watch who's really still in it, who's really still here playing when the season's coming down and being that now that they're eliminated from the playoffs, who's still going to play hard, who's still going to be here, who still wants to try and put the effort in to try and help this team develop. And you just see that injury list grow. Now, I understand you can't help it. If you're injured, but it always happens to grow this time of year. If they're out
is it something they can play through, or is it just something they're just saying the hell with it? I'm not risking any more injury.
Both.
And just grind it out.
It's both. There's just some guys that are going to be like, nah, like I'm not really, they go to the training room a couple extra times this week saying like, oh, I think there's something going on with my leg. And if they're saying that they're hurt, they don't have to play. So it happens, unfortunately. As far as this game, Yeah, I'm excited to watch the young kids play. The Browns are basically going to have an all backup offensive line. That could be a big problem this week.
Ooh.
Bears defense is playing well. Kind of excited to see like the Bears kind of turn it around. Another, the Ben Johnson came in from Detroit. He's like, "No, screw you, Detroit. I'm going to go to the Bears. I'm going to go to the division rival and coach these kids up." And he is. Caleb Williams playing well, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, got almost 3,000 yards. The two running backs lead. They're actually the number 1 rushing NFL team this season. If you didn't know that, the Bears.
Yep.
I got a chance to go to that game a couple of years ago, the Browns and Bears in a close matchup. Fields throwing a Hail Mary at the end that fell short. So it should be. I think it's going to be a good game. The Bears are favored 7.5. I think that's a little generous. Like the Browns' defense is still good. They're still going to play hard and well. But I'm very interested that the over under is 38.5. So
I guess not being realistic.
But I want to see Shador's out there to prove like you're gonna need me more than I need you,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So let's see what the kid does. So Marley, game pick.
Oof. I've been picking your brownies for the past few weeks. You guys have been letting me down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with the Bears this week, though. I think they are a little bit better offense than you guys have. I know you guys got a good defense, but they're at home. So I am gonna go with the Bears. It ain't gonna be by a touchdown though. It's gonna be a couple point game.
Yeah, Bears really need to stay in with the current standings. They are currently the man on this ESPN.
I think they should be leading their division.
I really hate this ESPN website now. So the Packers, I was going to say this because I wanted to show it. The Packers are leading the division because they had that tie. So like they have a half a game lead in the division.
Wow, that stupid tie.
Yeah.
That stupid tie got y'all half the game up.
And how stacked the NFC is this year. The Bears are currently the 7th seed at 9-4. Like they need this game really bad to stay afloat. They got Detroit right behind them. That's about it. Tampa Bay's like kind of there, but they're 2 games now behind. So
yeah, they keep losing.
That's where it kind of tails off. It's pretty much down to 8 teams.
Can't believe they lost on Thursday night.
Yeah, we'll get to that game in a minute here too. Actually, we should have talked about that first, but that's okay. So yeah, you're taking the Bears. Let's go back to the Thursday night game. We had Falcons win on the road in Tampa Bay. I think you went to sleep early. I went to sleep early. Seemed like the Bucks were winning that game. I didn't really.
And it was like, it was okay. And then they started going at it, and then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then I woke up to them losing. I'm like, you've got to be serious right now. And I'm just like, whatever, man. Like
Kyle Pitts legacy
I don't know
game.
what's going on with the Bucks, dude, but they just can't get it together. Cannot get it together.
I do have a tidbit. Don't quote me because I don't remember exactly what it was. But as far as Kyle Pitts, this was per like Underdog Sports. The amount of fantasy points that he scored today was like 10% of his combined fantasy points total of his career.
I bet.
Isn't that insane? 10%, that's a lot.
That's because he never gets any points.
You've had him a couple times.
Yeah. Terrible tight end for fantasy. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the Bucks, they're falling off hard. And the fact that they lost to the Falcons does not help them at all.
Right.
So I don't know. I think they're on the outside looking in. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs now because of this. They're so far back. There's too much fighting going on. If they do, it'll be a miracle. They better win out the rest of the season, and they probably have to.
Yep.
In order to go.
Moving on, Marley, the 6-7 Ravens on the road, 3-2 on the road, taking on the 4-9 Bengals at home, 2-4. Joe Burrow had a certain tone in his interview last week. He's not having fun anymore.
No.
And I don't. He
got the bat, got hurt, and now he's whining, bro. Look, are you serious?
Incredible potential. I know Max will die on this hill. One of the best college football teams ever. That's great. They are great players. Chase, great player. Joe Burrow, great player. What that team had, they made that run. They went to the Super Bowl. They were a player away from winning it all. But sometimes that shit comes at you fast. They have not been back since. You know,
Nope.
regardless if it's his fault or not, he's been injured like every year now. Like, and I'm talking lengthy injuries, like not just out for a game. He just can't stay healthy. And you just come to a point, and I'm sure he's feeling this, whether or not he's going to continue to be able to play.
Dude.
And I think that's where the Bengals are at. And I got to imagine, like, how do you like, I'm not going to, like, I personally, I'm sorry, I really don't care, like, what a Bengals fan thinks right now. But, like, you got to think, like, put yourself in their position. You know, how would you feel, like, being a Bengals fan right now? Like, are you just saying, like, maybe it's time to move on from this guy? Or are you holding on? Are you holding on to that?
How many years do you have left on that big ass contract?
I mean, we got to be in a few more seasons at least.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, who's gonna take a I can't stay healthy, expensive Joe Burrow?
5-year, $275 million. That makes Watson's contract look like garbage.
Yeah, my man got the bag, bro.
$219 guaranteed. Bonus and roster incentives through 2029. Yeah, he ain't getting those.
2029.
Incentives,
he won't make it.
Yep.
Next season
includes potential bonuses for winning AFC championships and or Super Bowls.
Yeah. Which not with that defense.
No.
And is that what's really coming into play? Is the defenses can't stop anybody, so he's having to come out and constantly just, damn it, I have to win every fucking game because his defense can't stop anybody.
Screw his defense. His offensive line can't stop a nosebleed.
Vax, yeah, they can't stop. They can't block for shit. So you know what's that? I don't know, man. It cracks me up that this guy gets $219 million already in his bank account, and then now he's like, I ain't having fun. You can't stay healthy, man. You know, you think your ownership's having fun watching all their money go out the window right now? Because now Joe Burrow, the leader of that team, the unspoken, and spoken leader of that team, is now over here having grumblings. You want to talk about locker room dissent? You know, now the offense is going to start questioning some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you already got a very questionable defense. You know, so now what's going to go on? Right. Like, way to go, Joe Burrow. You know.
Then they drafted that
rookie.
I
wouldn't having fun either if I was losing, but there's a reason why you guys keep losing.
You got the rookie Shamar Stewart, who had contract problems signing his rookie contract, and he's been sitting out, and then he played, and I believe he got hurt. Trey Hendrickson hasn't been wanting to play. He's had injuries all year.
Well, he's been hurt too.
Yeah.
So they've got the injury bug, but it's funny that they come back. Burrow comes back because you got Higgins and Chase still, and they still have a solid offense, but they just can't win. So now he's gonna gripe. Like, come on, man! Like, you're the one that can't. You want to run all over the place, and granted, your offensive line can't block, so you're getting hit a lot. But
yep.
I don't know, man. Take better care of your body, dude. Like, you're evidently not doing something, to not stay healthy.
Well, I think some players are just injury prone too. Like, no matter what they do, I don't necessarily think it's like a nutrition thing. But that's a good point. Like, you got to start thinking about that. Like, it's like, is this man really just injury prone? Like, he didn't get touched in college.
Like Derrick Henry, he has a strict, regimen that he stays on during the season so he doesn't get hurt.
Right.
And that dude, don't tell me that Joe Burrow's running harder than Derrick Henry. Like, there's no way. Like, Derrick Henry's getting smashed out there, and he stays up. Yep. Hit the weight room a little bit, man. Like, build yourself up a little bit. gain some weight. It takes away from you a little bit as a quarterback, but if you put on 5 or 10 pounds, it ain't gonna matter that much.
Yeah.
And then build up some muscle mass a little bit or something. At least do that. Like, come on, man, and eat better for crying out loud. Stop smoking cigars after every win. Get the hell out of here. You probably only had one this year anyway, you clown. Knock it off. You know, stop
Uh,
making commercials and doing dumb shit. I think the Ravens come in today and I think they pull out a win. I think last week losing to us in their stadium did not sit well with that fan base, and it damn sure didn't sit well with that team. They did not like that one bit, and it was good to see though, baby. Let's go. But yeah, I think they go into. I think the Bengals are going to get the worst of the Ravens today, and they're going to get their ass kicked.
Ravens favorite 3 points over under 51.5. They think there's going to be points in this game. Marley's
Oh,
taking
there's going to be points.
the Ravens.
I think Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson are just going to run all over the damn place today. Yeah.
Give me the Bengals.
Oh,
they're at home. I think they're just. I think they got a little bit left in them to score enough points. They beat the Ravens a couple of weeks ago in Baltimore. And I think it's the AFC North, dude. They just
that was Joe Flacco.
We're all gonna destroy each other. That's just what it is.
That was Joe Flacco, bro.
Right. So what can Burrow do? I think Burrow's gonna do it.
I don't think Burrow can. And now he's in his head.
See, I'll probably be wrong, but I'm taking the Bengals. I'm definitely not betting on this game. I'll tell you that.
No, hell no.
Another big division game. The Chargers have an opportunity to just completely end the Chiefs season. Chiefs already sitting at 6-7. They are 5-2 at home though. LA comes in 9-4, 3-2 on the road. Marley. Chiefs.
Ooh.
Chargers.
I bet against the Chiefs last week, and I got the dub. Am I able to do it again? Is it going to be a 2 in a row? The Chiefs have never lost 2 in a row, have they?
Well, they're 6-7, so maybe they did. Let me go look, see their schedule.
I don't think they have.
They lost the first 2 games of the season. They lost to the Chargers in was that game in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yep, they lost the game in Sao Paulo. And then they lost to the Eagles. But then they beat the Giants, they beat the Ravens, they lost to the Jags, they beat the Lions, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Commanders. Then they lost at the Bills, at the Broncos, then they won against the Colts. Then they lost their last 2. They lost at the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, and then they lost against the Texans. So how'd they do for a win? They have not lost 3 in a row.
Oh, they've lost 3 in a row now?
They have not lost 3 in a row. They lost 2 games in a row twice, 3 times this season. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go with the Chiefs today, though. I don't know. This is probably a get-back game for them.
Dude, the Chargers are sus, dude. I mean, they beat a sus team in the Eagles last week. You sniffed that out. You took the Chargers. That was a great pick for you. The Chargers are that team where they're in a good position, they have a chance to win, and then they just stink it up.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to let them come into their stadium.
Right. I'm telling you, the Chiefs are going to do absolutely necessary, whatever it takes to win. And I know they're having a down year, and they might not even make the playoffs, but I think the Chiefs win today too. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Probably the game of the week right here. Bills on the road, 9-4, 3-3 on the road, taking on the New England Patriots at 11-2. Patriots got the Bills earlier in the season in Buffalo. Now we have a big game.
I'm going to take the Patriots.
Wow. You think they sweep the Bills? All right.
I mean, the Bills, they didn't do that well against the old Bengals in the snow there.
The Bengals always have their number, man.
Yeah, and I think that the Patriots are a better team than the Bengals. So.
And they beat the Bengals, though.
What's that?
They did beat the Bengals, though.
What's that?
Bills, they beat the Bengals 39-34 last week.
I know,
but I know what you're saying.
The Bengals were kicking their ass for the longest time.
Yeah.
It was actually they were running away with that game for a while, but the Bills, they always find a way to win. But I don't think they're going to do it this time up in New England. Like they're in their stadium now. This is a the Patriots are making a statement in the NFL. They're coming back to take over the AFC again. I think. Yeah, they're gonna make it this year. They're definitely gonna. Yeah, they're the number one seed. They're gonna stay there until someone knocks them down. And I don't see Buffalo doing it this week. Nope. Going into Foxborough.
The pick'em game, Marley. Pick'em game. 1.5 point favorites is the Bills.
Yep. Nope.
Give me the Patriots.
They just got a better defense, man.
Then
Way
it
better
raises the
defense.
question, like the Bills, when it comes down to it, like we're gonna get in the playoffs, and who's gonna be in it? It's gonna be, like Josh Allen. It's gonna be, the Patriots, probably the Broncos. Like we're gonna have to pay attention to that because I think still the Bills are one of the best teams in the AFC.
They are, but people are starting to get their number.
Yeah,
That's all it is. They're just starting to see what
it's wide
they're
open.
doing and
I think it's
getting
wide
after
open. I'll take the Patriots though.
it. Ooh.
3-10 Commanders on the road, probably one of the best 3-10 teams of all time. Taking on the 2-11 Giants. Giants are favored 2.5 points. 46.5 is the over under.
I'm going Commanders.
Right.
Giants aren't that good either, man. Yeah, I know that old boy's just coming back a couple games out of an injury, but I don't know. I think the Commanders can come out and make a little stink today.
Commanders have dropped 8 straight games. They did beat the Giants in week 1, 21-6. I just feel like the Commanders are just still playing a little bit better than the Giants are right now. I mean, the Giants, they had Jameis Winston coming out there, like, going toe to toe with the Lions, and that's what they do. That's what he does. I mean, he did it with the Browns last season. It was fun watching them play, but then they're just out there still losing games. And I think the Commanders have enough to win this game too. I'm taking the Commanders.
Yeah.
2-11 Raiders on the road in Philly, taking on the 8-5 Eagles. Eagles 11.5 point favorites. They are ready to burn this team to the ground, and they are 8-5. Philly fan could not survive being a Steelers fan, a Browns fan, a Bengals fan for that matter. They are cooking this team alive, and they are 8-5.
Yeah, I mean, it's Philly, dude. They booed Santa. What do you want?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, that'll do it too.
I'm gonna take the Eagles only because the Raiders are just terrible. But yeah, Philly's rough, man. You never know. Like they could be 11-2 and they'll still cook them just because
Oh no!
they lost 2 games.
See, Kenny Pickett was cooking the Broncos in the fourth quarter.
But I don't think Kenny Pickett's gonna beat the Eagles. I know he played there last year, but I don't think that's gonna be a factor.
I'm not picking
It's
the
the
Raiders,
Raiders.
bro. Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, get the hell out of here. Kenny Pickett.
3-10 Jets on the road, taking on the surprising 9-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars favorite 13.5. Over under is 40.5. Can you name
This is a game that's will fuck around and win, dude.
Can you name the starting quarterback for the New York Jets today? It's not Fields. It's not Tyrod Taylor.
No, I can't.
Introduce you to Brady Cook.
Whoever the hell that is.
I'll pull him up for you. I know who he is.
Jeez, dude. So that's what I'm saying. This is a game the Jets will fuck around and win.
Jets rookie Brady Cook set to make first NFL career start against the Jaguars. Went to Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Played pretty well there.
Mm-hmm.
Do like a 6'2" quarterback.
Not a bad size guy.
Yep. So you
Man,
think
I don't know, man.
you think it's one of those games that the Jets can screw around and win?
Yeah, because a new rookie quarterback, fuck around and find out real quick. You know, because like the Jags are kind of, I don't know, man. They're a little iffy as well. They're like the Chargers.
Yeah, they're a little spunky, huh?
Yeah, like can they win or can they not? Like, are they gonna piss around today and end up losing this game or what? But I'm gonna go with the Jags. But
Yeah.
probably
Jags
could
have
be a
won.
possible
Jags have won
upset.
4 in a row. They shit pumped the Chargers 35-6. They barely squeaked by the Cardinals 27-24. They destroy the Titans 25-3, and then they beat the Colts last week with Lieutenant Dan going down 36-19. So they're winning games that they should
Yeah,
win.
that deflated that team last week. There's no way the Colts are coming back from that.
So they should win this game. I'll take the Jags too. The Jets went around and they won the game that they should have lost versus the they have their one a year. Sorry, Inc. But I almost live bet it too. The Jets were down against the Falcons and they forced a 3-and-out for Kirk Cousins. They went down and scored. They forced another 3-and-out against the Jets when it was tied, and then they kicked the game-winning field goal. That was the Jets one that they fucked around and came back and won. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Jags too. So I'll put the Jags in. Commanders. We both took the Commanders. We both took the Patriots. So that's gonna shake things up.
Yeah.
Eagles. All right, we're caught up. Wrapping up the 1:00 slate. 3-10 Cardinals on the road, taking on the 8-5 Houston Texans. Texans 10.5-point favorites in this game. The team that's turning it around. And I said this early in the season. I was like, everybody was all hot on the Ravens coming back and taking over that division. And I said, I think the Texans have a better shot at doing that than the Ravens did.
Well, we'll
pretty
see what they can do.
Number one defense. It just depends on CJ Stroud. Nico Collins is back healthy. They're meshing pretty well there. The running game's playing okay.
Yeah. So if they can make it a turner, I mean, they got a chance. So I'm going to take the Texans today. I don't know. They're just saying it.
I think the Cardinals have ran their course with the Gannon dude. We talked about this in the intro of the show. I think the Cardinals are just going for that draft pick at this point.
Yeah, they need a new quarterback, and they need to start rebuilding that team.
Take the Texans too. Put the Texans in. 4:00 slate, Marley. Here we go. This is where we get into the thick of it again. We'll start with 9-3-1 Packers. Pick'em game. They are favored to 1.5 points on the road, taking on the 11-2 Denver Broncos, who are 6-0 at home. The over/under 42.5. Now, I think this is a game. So you know how I've been high on the Bo Nix kid. I think the Broncos are a very solid team. This is a game that you have an opportunity to show the league that you're here. The Packers are on the road. They've been playing up and down, but they're still 9-3-1. They're finding ways to win. Can the Broncos win that game to take them to 12-2, or are they still the Broncos who are just they get into the divisional round and go from there? They have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row. Beating the Raiders, Commies, Chiefs, Raiders, Texans, Cowboys, Giants, Jets, Eagles, Bengals. Right? So it's like, oh, okay. Like, it's still tough to do to win that many games in a row.
Yeah.
Then you got the Packers.
I'm going to go with the Broncos today, man.
Wow.
It's a tough place to play in Mile High. That's why they're 6-0 at home. And I think this is also they're battling with the Patriots now for the number 1 seed in the AFC. They want to come out too and say, we want our home field advantage. So I'm gonna go with the Pats or the Broncos at home.
Packers have won 4 in a row. They beat the Giants, Vikings, Lions, and Bears. We picked against the Packers the last 2 weeks with the Lions and the Bears game, and they ended up winning it. That was it. So we bet the Texans and we bet the Bears.
Oh yeah, you are right.
And keep betting against the Packers. I'm taking the Broncos too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just hungry. I don't think Jordan Love and the Packers are going to be able to pull it out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Pull Max.
So I will put the Broncos in. All right. Couple games ago, Marley, Lions on the road, 8-5, taking on the 10-3 Rams. Rams favored 5.5 points, over under 54.5. The Rams dropped that game against the Panthers. I thought that was a very impressive game.
That was impressive.
Rams are still one of the best teams in the NFL. Lions, up and down season. They're starting to string it together a little bit. They need this game desperately to stay in the playoff hunt. But Rams need it too, because the Rams are fighting, trying to stay afloat in the AFC West is not locked up yet.
Nope.
Cowboys coming off
I'm
that
going with
win.
the Lions.
Or Lions coming off that win against the Cowboys. You're taking the Lions?
I'm going with the Lions.
Wow.
Duel of the traded quarterbacks.
Yep. This is that game.
Yeah, I'm
Isn't
going to go with the Lions.
it?
It's going to be a damn good game, though.
I'm gonna take the Rams.
Ooh.
One of the few games that we're gonna be split on. We can't pick all the games together, right?
Yeah, that'd make it dull.
I mean, we've done that. We've done that just because we know, like, if
Yeah.
we're picking the games, we're gonna pick them. I think it's gonna be a great game. 54.5 over unders, like, I think it's right there. Two good defenses, but they still manage to give up points. I still think the Rams are playing out of their mind, and I think that they find a way to win this game. Now, could potentially call this a trap game. We have on the road the Panthers favored 2.5 points, in at 7-6, leading the NFC South currently. On the road, taking on the 3-10 Saints. And boy, if I ever tell you this is a game that the Panthers, we prop them up and then they lose when they have an opportunity to really grasp the NFC South, we're gonna get a really good look at how the Panthers are today. Because we said this a couple weeks ago, they had an opportunity to take over the division, have a statement win against the 49ers on the road, which is tough to do on Thursday night, and then they dropped that game 20-9. But then they come back and beat the Rams at home 31-28. So they did lose. They did lose to the Saints earlier in the season, 17-7. Then they came right back and turned it around and beat the Falcons 30-27. So it's a division that plays each other tough. Yeah.
They're riding high off that win against the Rams. They're going to carry that momentum into the Saints. And yeah, I think the Panthers are going to win today.
I'll live and die with the Panthers this week. I'll take the Panthers too. Like you said it perfectly. They're riding high off that big win against the Rams last week. I think they can smell it. I think they can absolutely taste the fact that they saw the Bucs lose on Thursday night and say, we have a real opportunity here today.
Yep. And that was, the Bucs losing again definitely just helped them out tremendously. So yeah, I think they're playing hungry now. Look at the turnaround for that team.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
And we kind of pay attention at the end of the season for them last year. They started to string along a couple wins. They didn't give up on Bryce Young. They build around him. And they said, we're going to give you an opportunity. And they did. And they're playing pretty well. They're still a few pieces away from being competitive, but I think that they still have a real opportunity, especially today. Sorry, I blow my nose.
You're good, bro.
2-11 Titans on the road.
Come on.
9-4 49ers. 12.5 point favorites. Another team. They just find ways to win games with all the injuries they have, but they're starting to fire on cylinders. All cylinders. Brock Purdy's playing pretty well. I'm taking the 49ers at home.
How can you not? The Titans are just absolutely chop suey. They're done. They're gonna get rid of they're gonna get rid of their coach. They're gonna get rid of their quarterback. They're gonna start over all over again. It's gonna be a barn sale over there, and they're just gonna be. It's gonna be over.
No, I think honestly, I think the rookie's playing okay. Cam Ward, I got to go look at him last week. I know he was against my Browns, but I've kind of paid attention to him a little bit this year, and I think I don't necessarily think that he is playing like potentially the number one pick in the draft, but I think they got to give that kid another chance. I don't know if necessarily the Titans will do it. I do think that they're a pretty well-run organization. The Titans don't really ever seem to be a team. Like when you think of the Titans, do you think of them as being a piss poor team every year? Or do you think that they're a team that I think, they've been in the Super Bowl, they've been in the playoffs many times. They went to the AFC Championship game a couple years ago. I think the Titans are a very respectable team in the NFL. I just think that they're having a very horrible season.
They're always a good middle of the road team.
You think so? Yeah, I would agree.
They're never like a standout team, but there's somebody if you play them, you got to watch what you're up to.
Hey.
You know what I mean? They're not a juggernaut, but they're a winning team. You just this year, yeah, they're having a down year, but coaching staff's gone to shit.
I think their mistake was getting rid of Vrabel in the first place. That was their mistake.
Their first mistake was getting rid of Derrick Henry.
Yep. Yep. For free. Mm-hmm. Gave them the freaking Ravens for free. Love that, right?
Free.
Assholes.
Free.
Niners. All right. Put that in.
No, yeah, I'm taking the Niners, dude. Are you crazy?
8-5. Indianapolis Colts. Insert Phillip Rivers. No, we've been doing this show so long. Phillip Rivers was playing quarterback when we were doing this show. So I feel pretty good about that.
Wait. How many years are we into this?
This is going to be year 7.
Okay, so yeah, he was in the league for 2 more years. That's right, because he was playing with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, playing with the Colts again.
Wow. On the road, taking on the 10-3 Seattle Seahawks. 13.5-point favorites.
I am so tempted to pick the Colts, man. I really am. I kind of want to watch this game in a way just to see how this turns out. But I think this is just something you could probably watch the highlight reel go by on Twitter and see what's going on. But geez, man, I'll take Seattle. I'm gonna see what Rivers. Wow. If he wins today. Woo.
Yeah, I see somebody put out a parlay that they had Phillip Rivers, anytime touchdown, Phillip Rivers and Aaron Rodgers.
For running them in?
Yeah. Now,
get out of here, dude.
Damn it. I should have saw this last week. I mean, I can't do this, dude. Like, Aaron Rodgers, like, plus 3,000 every week. He ran the naked boot and he scored a tutty last week. Like, that was great.
Yeah.
And somebody bet that and hit it too. But how many weeks in a row have they betted and lost it? No, like, let me see your other tickets.
Right. No.
Let me ask you this.
I'm gonna go see him.
If this was a game where Daniel Jones was playing in, who would you have picked?
The Colts.
You would have picked the Colts?
Yeah. Because I think they had to come. I know they've been dropping games a lot lately, but I think they would come out and play a little bit better with Daniel Jones under center.
Because the Seahawks, as great as they've been playing, like they put together win streaks. They dropped a game like against the Bucks, and then they won and strung along a win on the road and against Jaguars. They beat the Texans, they beat the Commanders, and they beat the Cardinals. Then they dropped the Rams game, but then they beat the Titans, Vikings, and Falcons. So they're not beating the
they're not beating the good teams, man. Those are all terrible win teams that you talked about over there.
Their 3 losses: 49ers, Buccaneers, Rams.
Yeah. So no, they're not beating the good teams, man.
Even so, they're destroying them though. They destroyed the Falcons. It looks better on paper. So they beat the Vikings 26-0. The Vikings defense was giving Sam Darnold fits all game. You know, that was a game where all I had was JSN to score a tutty. He had 2 catches in that game. Like, They were doing
Yeah.
nothing. The defense scored a touchdown in that game.
Yeah.
I'm so tempted to take the Colts too, bro.
I like. I'm telling you, man. I like the Colts came right to my head. Yeah. Give me the Colts, man.
You want the?
Give me the Colts.
I'll change it. Colts.
Give me the Colts. I think Phillip Rivers can come out and do it, bro.
I think they at least cover 13 and a half.
Huh?
The spread's 13 and a half.
That's outrageous. Outrageous.
Fuck it, dude. Give me the Colts. Because that's why I asked that question. I was like, if Jones was quarterback in this game, you would have taken the Colts. That's a good indicator. Because I still think the Colts are a really good team.
Yeah, I think they have a better running game, and I think they have a little bit better defense than the Seahawks do. And it's really going to come down to quarterback play today. Can Phillip Rivers keep the ball safe? Can Phillip Rivers maintain a downfield presence? Are they going to make Jonathan Taylor beat them today? You know, like you said in the pre-show, are they going to stack the box and make Phillip Rivers throw it? But if you do that, I'm telling you now, that dude's got an arm, and he will launch that damn ball on your ass. It ain't like they don't have receivers. You know, they got people to catch.
Yeah.
If you stack the box and you keep a single high safety, and Rodgers is a veteran Rivers is a veteran quarterback. He can still read a defense. It ain't like you lose this stuff. So there's a reason why they called him up. There, think about it. There's Russell Wilson out there. There's all kind of backups that could have been called over to the Colts, but they just didn't do it. They didn't try to fight the Bengals for Joe Flacco back. They didn't. So I'm sorry. I don't know. It's going to be a good game, I think.
All right.
Rivers rides back into town.
Keeps him from having another kid. Busy playing football.
Right. Wearing his wife out, bro.
Sunday Night Football. 5-8 Vikings. I will not be watching this game. 6-6-1 Dallas Cowboys. Favored 5.5 points. Cowboys are still in it though.
I hate Cowboys, but I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna take the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Vikings just aren't.
I'm telling you, the JJ McCarthy kid stinks. He's so bad. Like, I'm sorry. I know he went to Michigan. I have a little bias against the kid, but it's the whole reason why. Like, yeah, they got rid of Sam Darnold for this kid. They kind of had to though. Like they drafted him. He's the rookie. They were gonna play him.
Big mistake.
Yeah, I just don't think this kid's very good.
They should have traded him.
Yeah, they probably would have got something for him.
Yep.
I'm taking the Cowboys too. I'll tell you right now though, like I think Jefferson's gonna have a game finally. Like the Cowboys DBs are water, dude.
Trash, and they're hurt.
Exactly.
They're hurt.
Monday night football, prime time. Don't look now. 6-7. Miami Dolphins come to town to Acrisure Stadium to take on the 7-6 Pittsburgh Steelers. Favored 3, over under 41.5.
We're favored 3 because we're at home.
Yep.
It's going to be an 80-degree difference for the Dolphins when they come up here because it's going to be like 1 outside when they get up here and play in the night. So it's been snowing here to beat the band. It's done now, it looks like. But it's supposed to keep dusting us up until Monday night. So, it's going to be a good game. I was happy to see us win last week against the Ravens, even though I feel it was a questionable win. Like, I'm still enamored about that touchdown that got called back. But the way I look at it, New York called that one back. So that's the overwhelming law of the land in the NFL. So I don't think that's why there was that big of a grumbling about that one. But they did, mess up some calls. That roughing the snapper call was a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
So there was a few that were, questionable calls, but also those were in the Ravens Stadium.
Hmm.
So, it's not like all you guys were at home, you were getting the calls. That was your stadium. Those are, that's your home. You should have won that game. They almost did. Good win from the boys coming out and getting that Raven week. It didn't really feel like Raven week around here because
That's what you were saying,
we
right?
were, it was like, "Hey, are we gonna win? Is a really questionable game?" But this is the game that Rogers became my quarterback. So I'm hoping that Rogers can continue to run here. Throwing the ball really nice. The run game's got to get going a little bit better. The line kept him off his back. I think that was the first game this year he didn't get sacked.
Hmm.
So they kept him clean. They kept him upright. Uh, can we continue this? Now the Dolphins, they got A Chain's he's a runner, but can he do that up here in our field in the snow? Probably not gonna be snow in the field by then, but it's gonna be cold out. Our defense, we're finally gonna. I think we're gonna get that defensive lineman back now. That's gonna help out a little bit. But TJ Watt's out because they punctured his lung in the training room.
Yeah.
Congratulations for that one. So we're missing him. So that's a piece of the puzzle we really need. But our linebackers have stepped it up all out throughout the season. Highsmith coming in last week with a game-ending, sack against Lamar Jackson. So I really think we can get after the Dolphins. They don't have Tyreek Hill, so we don't really have to worry too much about their downfield presence. But we can wrap up the run game, a little bit. Try to not let them get 200, and if they get, we've been letting 200-yard rushers all damn year,
Not good, man.
so
Mm.
not good.
That's the X factor.
So,
Yep, I'll say that.
but it's time of possession, and that's what's killing us right now.
Yeah.
We're not able to be out on the field because why? They're just running the ball all over us. So the defense they gotta tighten that up. They gotta figure it out. I honestly don't see our defensive coordinator making it through the end of through the next season. He's not going to be here next year. Yeah, I think he's a real problem.
Mm.
Terrell Austin is not the guy. He's just not the guy. So we need to get rid of him
Mm.
and reshape this defense. And we had the highest paid defense in the NFL, and we have one of the worst defenses in the NFL when it comes to the run game. So it'll be a good one. I ain't waiting until Monday night, but we'll see how it goes.
Yep. um, I do think on paper it's a bad matchup for the Steelers because the way that the Dolphins play, I think they're fully capable of coming away and stealing this game and just creating a lot of more chaos for the Steelers. The Steelers absolutely need this game. Especially
Hell yeah.
I have, with me having the Bengals winning against the Ravens, if the Ravens win as you picked, it's just going to create a little bit more pressure on the Steelers. They control their own destiny at this point. Listen, it's prime time. They're bringing out the all black uniforms. There's no way that they're going to let Miami come up and win this game. And I know that we said that against the Bills, but that was the Bills. That's a little bit of a different team. This is the Dolphins who try to model that kind of offense. And we know Mike Tomlin's record in prime time. It's up there. So
It's up there.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take your Steelers, Marley.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now, we did not pick our lock of the week yet.
Oh,
So let me run this back for you real quick. Marley. Bears, Browns, Ravens, Bengals, Chargers, Chiefs, Bills, Patriots, Commanders, Giants, Raiders, Eagles, Jets, Jags, Cardinals, Texans, Packers, Broncos, Lions, Rams, Panthers, Saints.
I don't think I can take the Colts again, can I?
You can.
Oh, let's go.
Taking your Colts as a lock. Let's go.
Colts is a lock. Philip Rivers, I'm putting all my faith in you.
You
this
had
week.
you had a really good take on that. You have a good case for your argument. Now they could totally come out and get destroyed. But it's the NFL, man. I don't think it's going to be 13 and a half. I just don't see it.
That's too much.
My lock of the week.
Decision.
Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers, Marley.
What's that?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh my gosh. He's taking the Steelers for a lock of the week.
I am.
Oh, that's impressive.
We putting in
Very
tutties this week or what?
Yeah, this might be a week we stay away from it.
We do a 3-leg.
We got smoked last week, bro.
Dave, we gotta quit fucking around.
Leg. Huh?
We gotta quit fucking around.
I know, right? We gotta lock back in, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Oh no. Yeah, we gotta lock back in because we were smoking them before. Now we're just getting
All right.
absolutely shit pumped here.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Let's do process of elimination first. Okay? We'll go through these games. Jets, Jaguars.
We're staying away from that shit. You gotta be nuts.
Cardinals, Texans. It's a game where I think like if we pick a Texans player, if he doesn't score like the first touchdown, like it's chalk.
Yeah.
Because the Texans are just gonna figure out to try and find a way to win this game. So
all right, we'll come back to that one.
Bills, Patriots.
That's a good game to go after because I can see Drake May and Josh Allen running a touchdown in.
49.5 is the over-under. So they expect
Oh,
points.
yeah. That's going to be a point scoring game.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go through. James Cook minus 125, Josh Allen minus 120, Travion Henderson plus 105, Stephon Diggs plus 150. Ooh, they would love to see Diggs get one against the Bills, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're getting into the 200s here. Hunter Henry plus 210, Keyshawn Butte plus 280, Dalton Kincaid plus 290, Khalil Shakir plus 330.
You're really high on that Butte kid, though.
Yeah, he's been getting it. He's got some tutties going. Let me pull up his. I have it right here. Stats.
He got us a bag that one week, didn't he?
He did, but is this really a game where we think that he's going to score, or are they going to try and feed Stephon Diggs? I mean, Diggs only has 3 tutties.
Cover the piss out of Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to try and take him out of the game.
I'm not going to lie. I really like the Shakir kid this week for the Bills.
All right.
Plus 330, but let me see. Let's go through the Patriots real quick. So, Butte. He's got a tutty in his last 2 games. That's against the Titans and against the Browns. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
That was not the last 2 games he played. The last game he played, 12-1 against the Giants, he got one.
I'm just saying, bro. He's been big. And I think they're going to cover Diggs. Butte. I love the name too, man. You know, like
Keyshawn Butte. He's for the LSU boy. It's Max's boy.
Of course. Of course.
Khalil,
And of course he has a name like that coming from Louisiana.
Yep. Khalil Shakir
Butte.
has really good stats too.
I mean, we can go with both of them, bro. You know, both teams are going to put up points. Ain't nothing wrong with picking a player from each team. The shit.
No, there's not.
I think the big names are going to get not get as much attention today. I think they're going to get their just due. But I don't think. I mean, I know Diggs isn't going to come out and make a little, you know, but I don't know, man.
Shakir's plus 330. You like the Butte kid?
I like the Butte kid, bro.
Plus 280. So both of these guys together plus 1351.
Let's go.
I think honestly we should do 2 different ones. One with
What?
one with
Those 2?
split them up, yeah. One with Butte, one with Shakir.
What? Let's get it.
All right. So all right, I'll put Shakir in for now. Let's go Chargers Chiefs.
Okay. Chiefs are touchy, man. Too many damn people.
Yeah, like you got, like you got Rasheed Rice. They're all everybody's plus. Everybody's plus in this game, which is pretty good here. Kareem Hunt's always good for one. Not always, but usually. Kelsey. See, any of the freaking Chargers receivers, like we've done McConkey, and like if McConkey gets one, if we bet him, then it's Quinn Johnston. If we bet Quinn
Yeah.
Johnston, then it's Keenan Allen. If we bet
Right.
Kareem Hunt, then it's Pacheco. It's like there's a lot of moving parts going on over there. But I really like how all of them are plus money.
Yeah. Well, I'd be more comfortable with a Kareem Hunt touchdown than I would be anybody else.
I don't hate that either. So I'll put Kareem Hunt in there. All right. One more. Eagles, Raiders. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Ravens, Bengals.
I can see Brock Bowers getting a damn touchdown though.
Bowers is good, man.
Yeah, and that's gonna be Kenny Pickett's safety outlet. What's he at?
Plus 260.
Ooh. Interesting. Who you thinking?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna build yours. Bowers, Hunt, and Butte. All right.
All right.
Ooh. Plus 2704.
Let's go.
$1 get to 2704.
Not bad, man. Yeah.
All right.
I get them good odds.
I'll save that. Lock that in for you. So now let me build one here.
Well, you were saying you like that other
Diggs?
yeah. Or you were no, the other kid, not Diggs, the other kid.
Butte?
No. There was somebody else you were looking at, Johnson or something?
No, Shakir. Khalil Shakir.
Yeah, that kid. Yeah, that kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in. Khalil Shakir plus 330. I'm gonna scroll down. Man, I gotta stay away from the Browns and Bears.
Yeah.
Because not only has Judkins killed us. Ooh, everybody's plus money, man.
Browns are
The
letting me down.
Monangai kid,
Simmons.
I don't want to bet against the Browns, but the Monangai kid is probably good for one today. They get down into that red zone, he's probably good for one. I'm telling you right now. The Bears have a really good run offense. The Browns defense is great, but if they get down in the red zone, they're going to give that kid the ball. He's plus 155. That's pretty good value there. Even Fannin plus 280. That's Sanders' good target there. We have no idea how that game's going to go. Let's scroll down
whatsoever.
to Rams Lions. 54.5 is the over under. There's going to be some tutties in that game.
I guarantee you will Puka Nakua.
Yeah, but it really comes down to him and Adams. See, Adams is minus 180. Nakua is minus 130. Gibbs minus 175. That's some dog shit.
What's Amon-Ra St. Brown at?
Plus 120.
Plus 120.
But that's another team that's a committee. Like you bet St. Brown and it goes to Jamison Williams. You bet one of the running backs. You bet Montgomery, it goes to Gibbs. You bet Gibbs at minus 175. I mean, he's usually good for one, but that's why he's that low. See, I don't know. Adams minus 180. Son of a bitch, dude. Ooh, yeah. A guy that I have not bet on all season long. He's a touchdown machine.
Yeah.
And everybody's plus money in this game, and I absolutely love it. I got to do it.
Who we locking in?
Tetuala McMillan, wide receiver of the Carolina Panthers, plus 160.
Ooh.
Saints also give up a lot of rushing touchdowns. Rico Dowdle, he's good for one. He's plus 140. That's the highest or lowest, technically. So I have Shakir and McMillan.
Uno más.
I think I'm going to die on this hill. He's minus 115. Damn it. Sometimes you got to do it, though. Jackson Smith and Jigba, minus 115. Colts been giving up some receiving touchdowns, man. Shakur, McMillan, and Jigba, plus 1990. That was the year I was born. Hey-yo. So if we did that, or do I dig a little deeper?
Oh. Do you lock your third in?
I'm thinking about the Smith and Jigba kid.
Yeah, that's iffy, though.
He burned me last week.
Yeah, he cooked us last week. Cooked us.
Or 2 weeks ago, because he got 2 tutties last week against Atlanta. I'm gonna do it, because if we think the Colts are gonna be in this game, the Seahawks are gonna be passing the ball.
Yeah.
Because the Colts give up receiving touchdowns, like against the Jaguars. Like Jacoby Myers had a touchdown, Tim Patrick had a touchdown. I'll do it. Smith and Jigba.
Damn, it's like whiteout conditions out there. Right
I'm not looking forward to it.
now.
All right, Shakir, McMillan, and Jigba. $1, 1990.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That'll do it, Marley. Now, as a regular betting man, so that we're not getting wild here, if we were to just do like just like a regular bet that we like, we both agreed we think plus 13.5 is good for the Colts. That's minus 102. Colts money line plus 750.
What if we bet the Colts to win?
Plus 750.
So what? $1 gets you 750.
Yep. I like the spread plus 13.5. I think that's good. I don't know. We could be wrong. This could be one of the worst takes that we had in this show in history, that they could lose like 37-9. But
I don't think it's gonna be like that, bro.
no, 13. I think they're good for the cover. They have other good players on this team. I think they're going to make something happen to at least be in this game. So I like the plus 13.5. Broncos money line plus 100. That's pretty good.
I don't really want to bet the Colts game too much, because that's that's iffy. That's gonna go one way or the other real hard. Yeah.
All right.
Real hard.
You were pretty confident about that one. That's why I figured you wanted to put some money up in it. Panthers.
I think put the money to it. That's where the jinx comes in.
Then this is what I would do. So Panthers money line minus 146. Like, you get really good value for that. It's a trap game against the Saints.
No, I think the Panthers win that shit.
Yeah, 2.5 is the cover, bro. You could bet the 2.5 minus 115. You could even go 3.5, but I know you hate those because you got to cover too.
Yeah.
If they win by a point, you lose your bet.
Whatever you feels best on that one, bro. We'll go with that one.
Money line.
We'll bet the
146.
Nice.
So if we did that, these other ones are kind of chalk. Like Chiefs money line minus 290.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Patriots plus 114.
Whoa! They're giving them plus money against the Bills?
It was 1.5. The line moved to 2.5. So that actually makes me a little nervous. Everything else is chalk. Jags minus 1,200. Texans minus 620. Eagles minus 950. Ravens minus 162. Bengals plus 136. Commanders plus 120 against the Giants.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
I could see them winning that game. We both picked the Commanders.
Yeah.
Man, that might not be a bad little two-legger.
Panthers, Commanders money line plus 270.
Not bad.
You know what my third leg would be?
What's that?
Steelers.
Oh my god.
Because they're my lock. Plus 472.
Don't bet against my boys this week, bro.
Betting for them. 1 unit, $4, 18.89.
Huh?
1 unit, $4, 18.89. I'm betting the Steelers. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I want to bet the Commanders. I'm not gonna lie.
You bet the Steelers on your own. You don't bet them with me.
I got you.
I can't be involved.
Yeah, I know, because then they lose, then you lost your money, and you pissed that your team lost. Like that, I feel it, bro. Like
I'm gonna be fucking falling your ass, like you motherfucker. I don't care. It's 11:30 and now you better answer the phone. No. I mean, we don't have to bet the commies. We can stay away from that shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep it simple, 2 legs, Panthers, Steelers plus 160.
I'm not betting the Steelers, bro.
Am, mother trucker.
Well, then you can say that's not okay. Have fun with that shit. This guy.
Browns plus 7.5.
What?
Browns plus 7.5 minus 112.
I don't want to bet on your damn team either. They're killing me, dude. Killing me. Fuckers. Oh. I mean, I didn't really I was hounding you guys to beat the Niners just because I thought they could maybe do it.
All right,
y'all should have won last week, dude.
Put your money up. All right. Broncos money line plus 100. We both picked the Broncos to win the game. We're doing it.
All right.
Panthers, Steelers, Broncos. $4, 16.81. Lock it in. Doing it right now. You shut your mouth.
Pick.
Shut your mouth. I'm doing it.
I'm not involved. Cutting ties.
All right. That's your plays of the week. Get in the Overs Club, make your bets. Watch some football, enjoy the games. We'll have the Red Zone streaming too. I'm definitely going to be in there watching that shit.
It's snowing to beat the band out here today, so yeah, we're not doing shit in the city of Pittsburgh. We're just going to kick back and eat some comfort food. And yeah, probably going to make some bacon and potatoes. Let's go. Yeah. You have a good Sunday, everybody.
Everybody have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you for tuning in, those that did. We braved through the cold, the sickness.
Yeah.
We didn't go. We got to go over the playoff machine. We didn't do that.
Oh, I forgot.
What's up here? This is what it would look like after. The only thing that we would switch around is like you took the Ravens, I took the Bengals. That wouldn't necessarily move anything in the seeding. But with all of our picks that went through currently, so Denver would move into the 1 seed. Patriots would be the 2 seed against Buffalo would be the 7 seed. So they would play each other. If the Bills were to win, that would move around. The 7 seed would sneak in the Colts into the playoffs, and the Bills would be into the 5th seed playing your Steelers. And then it would be then the Jaguars would play the Texans.
Interesting.
NFC side, switching that around. So if the Patriots win with the Bills falling in the 7th seed, you would play Houston in the first round. You'd get Houston at
I'd
home.
rather much see the Texans.
Over on the NFC, with the win, the Rams move into the 1 seed. The Bears, the 2 seed, would play Green Bay in the 7th seed. If Green Bay beats the Broncos, Green Bay moves into the 2nd seed and will play the Bears.
Mm.
3rd seed would be the Eagles playing Seattle. And Carolina, currently in the 4th seed, playing San Francisco at home. So it's very important. I mean, Carolina's not going to get in the playoffs unless they win a division, but they would get a home game, which would be very important for them.
They need that home game in the first round.
Yeah, it just sucks that they're going to play the 5th seed. That's just what the NFC South has been the past few seasons. They get that playoff spot and they have to play the best wildcard team.
Yep.
So that's where we're at right now. We'll get to it next week when it updates, and we'll go from there. Right?
It gets tighter and tighter as the week goes on.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of must win games coming up. The leagues are tight this year. I'm glad to see the NFC is tighter than it usually is. It's usually just a wash over
Usually
there,
predictable. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good season. Overall,
see how it goes.
Overall, it's been a fun season. So we'll get right back to it next week. All right. Appreciate everybody.
Yes, sir.
Have a wonderful day.
You know.
Peace out. Go Browns. Go